Hi guys, welcome to Starsight Tarot. Take a moment to pick your pile. This is going to be a mini reading about your bitterness today. More than one pile could apply. If you need more time, please pause the video to make your selection. For the rest of you who've already picked, let's move to pile 1. Alright, pile number 1. The first card in your spread is the Fool, which is someone who's just setting out, who's taking a risk, who is so set on starting from scratch that it doesn't even feel like a risk. It feels like you have to do it. And there is joy in letting the burdens of the past go, and there is joy in feeling lighter and in feeling able to start anew. But this could be the source of bitterness for you right now. That you feel the need to be the fool, that you feel the need to start from scratch and you can't. Because the life that you've built so far, it can't just be abandoned. The thing is that it's possible that you have been shown glimpses of the life that you can have versus the life you do have. Now the one that you can have looks really good. It seems to be financially, materially, professionally stable, and it is full of love. Not just love from the people around you or love from the people in your life, but love within you. That you love your life so much that it spills out. It starts feeling like everything around you is vibrating at that frequency. It's looking really good. Whatever glimpse of the life that you can have, you've had. Of course, once you get out on that path, once you start walking on it, if you do, there are going to be ups and downs. But at this stage, from whatever you can understand of this new path, whatever you can glean of it, it's looking exactly it's looking exactly like the thing you want. Even the struggles feel like struggles that you want to go through. They're not simply draining, but full of valuable lessons and full of that feeling that you're doing something worthwhile. Now, the reason that you can be bitter right now is that your life as it is, the life that you have built so far, could be holding you back in a really practical way. Let's say you've invested years into a particular career, it's not possible to just up and leave. Or if you are in a job that's not fulfilling, you can't just give your notice. Even that needs to be a little bit of a process. If you want a job in another field, it's going to take you time to get there. Maybe you need some more education, maybe you need some more training. Maybe you're already at a good stage of career growth wherever you are, and it's feeling like you'll have to take a big pay cut or something to start from scratch. Maybe other people depend on you. There are very real problems in you making the switch to the life that you can have. Your guidance, it's not going to please you perhaps, but your guidance is to surrender. You need literally like like the climax building in a story. You need a greater momentum of energy within you to start making shifts. You're imagining that you're going to have to make one dramatic move, but the truth is that you're going to have to make a lot of dramatic moves and also a lot of small mundane moves. There's going to be a lot that you'll need to do to make the switch, not just one act of renunciation or not just one act of I gave my resignation and that's done. There's a lot that needs to be done. But the energy is not there yet. You haven't reached that kind of climactic point after which you can leap. So wait. Let the visions of this new possibility, let the visions of this new path build in your heart. There is going to be organic movement. As the energy builds, you're going to find yourself moving organically. Wait for that to happen. This waiting period is also there for you to see this new path more fully and also understand why your current path did not fulfill you the way you thought it would. That learning is really important. Because if you don't figure out what about this current path was lacking, then you're going to have the same questions about the new path too. While you're here in the life that you've built, you're going to find closure while you're in it. And through that energy of closure, you're going to be able to start walking on the new path. Remember, no one big dramatic event, lots of big moves and lots of small moves, and it's all going to happen organically. Right now, you just need to keep watching the movie in your head, see what's emerging. All right, pile 2. There is someone or something that you have recently met. It could be an opportunity related to your professional world, or it could be a house, property that you want to buy or rent. It could be a person that you're almost instantly in love with. It could be a group of people that you think are perfect for you as friends. Something, someone, some entity, some group that you've recently encountered, they have activated strains of passion and excitement within you that you did not think existed in your body. This is the energy of someone who has been woken up to life, like the live wire energy of feeling yourself. It's very sharp, the light is very sharp, and the colors are very stark, and it's very sudden, and it's really hard to make sense of it intellectually. You can only move towards it in a tangible way. So this is a job. You're figuring out everything that you need to do to get there. You just have to keep moving towards it. There is that kind of feeling. If this is a person, it's really hard for you to keep to the usual protocols of getting to know someone. It's not lustful energy here, and I don't mean lust only in the sense of sexual energy. I mean that also in terms of wanting a job or something. You don't want to just get it and attain it and keep it for yourself. It's not that kind of energy. It's truly loving energy, but it's very fiery. It's very, very fiery. Something in you knows, something at the level of your soul knows that this is the right thing for you. Not just right thing in that kind of dry way, but this is the thing, that kind of thing. This is my life. This is where I'm going to find myself. This is where I'm going to unlock parts of myself that I am dying to meet. I am dying to do this. Yes, it's that kind of energy. Now, why you're feeling bitter in the midst of all this goodness is that there's a big hurdle in the way, and this hurdle involves some kind of waiting. So let's say that you have the perfect job in your sights, but you haven't yet graduated, and they won't give it to you unless you have, and that's a year away. That's a couple years away. Or let's say if it's a person, they are living in another city and maybe they're moving to yours, but in 6 months, and until then you need to stay put. So there is a feeling of you having to artificially and forcefully keep yourself chained or stay anchored where you are and not leap towards this new thing like you want to. And it could really be giving you acidity and creating body pain, like it's so bad. This contrast between you wanting to leap and practically you having to wait. This is not very deep kind of bitterness. It's just, first of all, it's temporary and it's kind of bittersweet really, because it's blooming in the heart of love. It's not bitterness in the sense of I lack something and I hate it. It's bitterness in the sense of there's the food I'm hungry for. So there is that sweetness of waiting. Delayed gratification can be very, very sweet and very soulful and full of happiness and anticipation. So it's bittersweet. Now your guidance is this waiting, though it doesn't look like it right now, is in your favor. It's going to be longer than you think. You don't want to hear this probably, but it's going to be longer than you think. But whatever this wait is, it is supportive of what you want. It is supportive of the future that you are looking to create with this new energy. Your spiritual task at this time is to cultivate trust, is to tune into your intuition, because your intuition will tell you all of these things, that it's a good thing. Yes, we need this time. I need this time because it's the right thing for me. I need this time. Your intuition will tell you all of these things. But for that, you'll have to cultivate the spiritual discipline to listen. While your heart is racing so much, while your body is dying to take action, you're going to have to learn through your mind to access your inner voice. That's going to tell you everything you need. Okay? Turn your gaze within. That's your guidance. And this is also confirmation that truly, if you have been activated by something new in your life, it is the right thing for you. and it is going to meet you exactly the way you need it to, but you're going to have to wait. Alright, pile 3. There are immature energies in your environment. Very superficial, very shallow. They have hurt you very much. This feels like the realm of friendship and family. There could also be a lot of questioning of your person from these energies. Let's say that you're working really hard on something, and at a family gathering, someone insults you by saying, well, all of these years and you're still not earning for yourself, without understanding the kind of work that you're doing every day and how deeply that work itself has transformed you. And of course, you'll start earning your money, but it's not time for it yet. And you're truly invested in the work that you're doing right now. But there is a reason that these immature remarks or shallow remarks, they get to you. They get to you because you probably seek recognition from others about how hard you're working, or you want to share the incredible growth that you've been experiencing with others. It's not just recognition in the sense of, wow, you're amazing. It's recognition in the sense of sharing something with others, sharing the wonder of what daily training and practice can do to us. It's the energy of, with this spread, it's the energy of you meeting someone after a long time, maybe a friend, and you're so excited to share with them, everything that you've been going through and everything that you've learned and the good things that are happening in your life and how hard you've been working and how much that has changed you, all of that. And you see them, and the first thing that they say to you is, well, you're still where you are, you haven't started doing this, or you look really tired, or it's like you're meeting them with a lot of faith that you're going to be able to share the most important part of your life, and what you get is disdain with before you've even opened your mouth. Clearly they're projecting something on you, but because you're so excited to share with them, there isn't enough space in your own brain to mark this distinction that this is not about you, this is about them. This could also be about a personal relationship. Let's say you're in a really good relationship, it's making you really happy, and when you try to share that information with your friends and family, instead of feeling supported, you may be encountering very shallow kinds of doubt that hurt you, that feel insulting, that feel like you're being, like they're selling you or your important thing short. You could have been dealing with this for a while. This pile is full of spiritual energy, so you may have already begun doing this work on your own, figuring out what needs healing, going within, trying to focus on your own experience of things, not worrying too much about what they thought and why they did what they did. but really focusing on your pain and finding ways to ground and release. But the reason that you could be bitter about this is that this is not the first time that this has happened. And you may be asking yourself and asking your guides, why is it that I'm surrounded by people who are not happy for me? Why is it that I can't seem to find friends or family members who would be able to share my life and my joy in it at the level at which I feel it, at the level at which I am transformed by it? There's spiritual alienation in this pile, where you're somewhere very honest and somewhere full of integrity, but that does not seem to be getting mirrored at the level of your environment. And so it could lead to self-doubt too, where you feel like you're doing something wrong. Because if your inner work was real, why do you still have to deal with these energies around you? Well, your guidance is that your lens, the lens with which you're trying to understand this contrast between the spiritual integrity of the work you're doing right now and the lack of integrity in your environment, the lens that you're using of correlation, that is very narrow. You can't know yet the purpose of these people in your environment. You can't yet know what kind of purification still needs to happen around you and why wasn't it pure to begin with. There are much larger questions here that you will be able to answer only with time. Right now, your task is to detach. As people start showing their real selves to you, like this disdain or putting you down or undermining your good news, as people start showing these sides to you, start detaching from them. That's going to be the hardest thing, because you have to detach from them at the level of your heart. You have to accept that right now, for whatever reason, they're not able to receive you in the way that you would like. So work on that, focus on that, focus on detaching from whoever is not able to meet you where you are. Detach without resentment, detach without bitterness. It's going to take you a while to get there, but you can, of course you can.